Hi, hello, good morning. It's at least morning when I'm filming this. It's probably not going to be morning when you're watching it, but that's okay. Good morning. So today I had to get ready kind of quickly, I guess. Not super quick, obviously, because I ended up filming this. But I decided I would show you guys how I do like a quick 10-minute makeup look. So honestly, this is how I end up doing my makeup most of the time because it's just easy. All of the products that I use in the video are products that I use quite often actually, because they are so easy and I just know how they work. Yeah, so I thought that that might be interesting, helpful, maybe. I don't know. Literally, he doesn't make a sound until I pick up this camera. Yeah, so this look takes me anywhere from like 10 minutes. If I'm not super rushed, I'll take like 15 minutes maybe. I'll spend a little more time on my brows. Yeah, so this is a super quick, very minimal, very natural makeup look. So if that's something you're interested in, then keep on watching. Okay, well, I started that and the mic wasn't on, but I caught it within the first couple minutes. So, I'm just putting some moisturizer on my skin. I used a little bit of the Glow Recipe Banana Souffle. Okay, so now we're all zoomed in. So first I actually like to go in, I guess that's upside down, with my Ilia concealer. I prefer this concealer when I'm doing my makeup like this. It is just a little bit sheer. There's still some coverage there, but it is more sheer. It tends to go really well with the foundation that I'm using. So I actually go in with some concealer first, not under my eyes, but actually just to kind of spot correct a couple places because the foundation I'm using is just a skin tint. It doesn't cover a whole lot. So I'm going to just dab some concealer on some acne scars and some blemishes. What is on my face? Oops. Okay. So also today I am using my Blendable. You don't need a Blendable to do this. This is just what I've kind of come to like love and use, especially when I'm needing to do my makeup pretty quickly. You don't need a Blendable. You can just use a beauty sponge. This is just, I don't know. I tend to prefer it. I get a little more coverage out of things. And I just dab that concealer in. So next I'm going in with the Milani Glow Hydrating Skin Tint. Shade 110, Fair to Light. This has like no coverage, which is nice for what I'm using it for. Just be aware that this, yeah, has like no coverage. My skin isn't that bad, but you may want at least a skin tint that has a bit more coverage to it. Oh no. Depending on what your skin, what shape your skin is in, I really, really want to try the Fenty Eavesdrops. They haven't had my color in stock in like a while. I kind of keep checking on it, but they haven't had my color in stock. So once again, I'm just going to go in with my Blendable. So you can see it is very, very dewy. Like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell with the lights. Well, no. You can see where like the dots of foundation aren't. This side is very, very dewy. But this side is just a little more evened out in terms of color. It doesn't do much for like the texture of my skin. But personally, when I'm in a rush and just throwing something on my face, I'm not super concerned about texture and stuff. I mean, I kind of save that for days when I have a little more time to sit down and do my makeup. But I don't know. I don't mind texture on my skin. Skin has texture. I'm not like overly worried about it, honestly. I just like something that is a bit more dewy for my dry skin and just kind of evens my skin tone out. So I'm going to go back in with my Ilia concealer and just put that under my eyes. And I do like to conceal. I just put the 2 dots, put some underneath, and then I put some over here. And really the outside of my eyes, I do it both for like, you know, it has like a lifting effect. But I mostly do it because I have really bad discoloration on the edges of my eyes. They're like always purple. So I'm going to go in with, I kind of just use whatever powder I feel like using. I'm using the Coty Airspun. I'm going to take just a little bit of this and lightly tap. And that just kind of mattified things down just a little bit. And set my under eyes. So I do, well, I love cream products. I'm really into cream products. I do still tend to, if I'm in a rush, I go to the powder products that I just know and love. I'm going to be using my butter bronzer today. This is just a bronzer I know I like. I use it a lot. It's just easy and fast. Like I don't have to fuss with it at all. So I'm going to just sort of bronze up my cheekbones. And then I am going to take that up onto my forehead. I don't know if you could hear that. That was our upstairs neighbor. Apartment living. For blush, I actually don't even remember when I purchased this, but it's become one of my favorites for whatever reason. It's actually talc free, which is kind of cool. It's also cruelty free. They use rice powder, but it's Han in the color Bloom. So the reason I really reach for this on like days like today where I'm just throwing makeup on 10 minutes, I just need to kind of get out the door. This is just like a really pretty, kind of like more pale, not pale, but it's just kind of like a muted pink. It's not anything super bright. It just kind of goes with my skin tone really well. And I just dip a brush in, and I just kind of dab that. I kind of went heavy on this side. Oops. For my eyebrows, honestly, on days like today, I'm not super picky. I just kind of pick one brow product instead of mixing brow products. I'm just going to use this Brow Wiz mostly because I'm trying to use this up. I want to be done with this. So I'm just going to go in with this to kind of fill in some areas of my brows. I tend to opt for pencils on days when I'm trying to hurry. They're just a little easier for me personally to fill in my brows. I tend to like to use the pens. So things like the Glossy Brow Flick or like the NYX, whatever the NYX equivalent is, on days when I have a little more time, because then I have just a little more time to actually make like hair-like strokes. And then I do like to still go in with a spoolie. So this is one step that's like, is this going to take 10 minutes or is it going to take 15 minutes? Sometimes I will just skip this step and I actually will just comb through my brows. Which is going to be what I do today because I'm more in a hurry. Some days I will go ahead and spray my spoolie down and put some soap in them and get them to be nice and fluffy. But I'm not doing that today because I don't have time. For my eyes, I use one brush and my finger. I feel like I talk about this palette maybe too much. But honestly, I just don't care because especially on days like today, I just get so much use out of this palette. And I think it's just because I like neutrals. But I am going to be going in with my Tati palette. My most use out of in this palette is this sequin row on days like today specifically. So what I will almost always do is I will, which I am getting, I'll go in with Soothe with a very light hand because these are pretty darn pigmented. I'll just tap some on my brush and I will put some of that in the outer portion of my crease. Just to get a little definition. And I will kind of just blow that out a little. And once again, super light hand. I feel like it just gives my eyes a little more of this, but it's because I already have like big giant eyes. They're already pretty round. If you want to make your eyes more round, then maybe you're going to want to pull it into your crease and here a little more and do more of this versus this, if that makes sense. I think that makes sense. That's just what I like to do for my eye shape. So it's kind of hard to pick up on camera like what makes these shadows so special. Every time I wear one of these shadows on my eyes, I get compliments. Like, oh my gosh, your eyes are so sparkly and pretty. They just don't really show up on camera really well, one. Also, use your finger with these, the sequin shadows specifically. You also don't have to go buy this palette. These types of shadows, at least especially recently, I know ColourPop has some of them, but what you're looking for is a matte base with some like sparkle mixed into that. So it's not a metallic, it's not a glitter, it is a matte shade, and it's not like a shimmer shade. It's a matte shade with some sparkle in it. And every time I wear these, I get compliments on my eyes. Today I'm feeling pretty darn neutral. So I'm actually gonna go in with Soothe, which is that like tan color, and it has like a gold reflect in it. And I'm going to put that on my finger, like so. And I'm going to just press that all over my lid. I am going to put a little of the Soothe satin shade underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to go in with this Ilia mascara. This is the Color After Midnight, the Limitless Lash Mascara. This is just my favorite mascara. It has been for a while now. I just find it the easiest. So the last two things I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with the Rare Beauty Liquid Highlighter, Liquid Luminizer in Mesmerized. So I actually just recently bought this, and I've been playing with it. So I like to put a dab on my hand, and then go in off of my hand. I do like to just put that on the high points of my cheeks. A little, just like you can't even really see it, a tiny, teeny tiny bit on the bridge of my nose and a little above my lip. So the very last thing is I've been using this Neutrogena Moisture Smooth Color Stick. And this is in the color Pink Nude. And it doesn't add a whole lot of color, but you can see the difference between my bottom lip and my top lip. But it does add some. I actually picked this up when I was looking to try out some lip stains. And it's really moisturizing. It's balmy. It's really nice. And I like to use it on days like today because it adds a little color, but it adds quite a bit of moisture. This is the finished look. It's definitely not glam by any means. My skin looks like skin, which even in the lighting, it's, but you can still see, oh, Thomas, can you not? You can definitely still see like my freckles and my, some of just like my blemishes underneath. Oh my god. My cat keeps walking like in between my tripod and my light. He's gonna knock something down. I just know it. So yeah, easy, 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops if you decide to add some like soap brows or a little eyeshadow wing. Very glowy, very dewy, very natural looking, but it's really quick. And it's how I do my makeup a lot of the time, honestly. I know I talk up that Tati Beauty palette. I feel like I'm just shilling a Tati Beauty palette. I'm not trying to convince you to buy the Tati palette. I just happened to purchase it back when Tati was who I went to for all of my reviews. If I needed to decide if I wanted to purchase a product, I did go watch, because Tati reviewed everything. Tati reviewed every product under the sun for the most part. And so when she came out with that palette and I saw what it actually looked like, I decided to get it. And to be honest, I get a lot of use out of that palette specifically for those sequin shades. Yeah, so that's it. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe down below if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.